Good morning, Mr. Subrata and Mrs. Yerbina. Welcome to our village. I remember the first time we met you. It was when we visited your office to discuss Tsunami Ready.
Indeed, and I have heard a lot about your achievements so far, Zam. We would like to congratulate you and your team. Of course, you know Miss Yerbina from the local disaster management office.
Yes, Mrs. Yerbina has been helping us with the Tsunami Ready indicators.
How's the progress with your Tsunami Ready indicators?
We finished with 7 out of 12 indicators. We have the tsunami hazard map, the information of the estimated people at risk, and the information of resources and capacities. We've also installed the Tsunami Information Board. We have the evacuation map and plans, as well as signs in place. We have our own local awareness and education materials, and just recently, we ran a number of successful outreach activities at the Food and Art Festival.
That's excellent. The reason we're here is to inform you that we're planning to conduct a national tsunami exercise in 2 months' time. We're hoping that Nami Village will participate in this exercise. I'm sure this aligns with your next indicator.
This exercise can be an effective way to review and evaluate all the Tsunami Ready indicator achievements so far. This exercise can also be one of your outreach activities to educate the communities to be better prepared.
Wow, this is interesting.
Yes, there are also the international wave exercises coordinated by UNESCO IOC that you could participate in next year. We also organize that. It's a biennial wave exercise involving international collaboration. However, if you join our national tsunami exercise this year, you'll already be part of the national, local, and community strategy to build tsunami preparedness.
Just to be clear, it doesn't mean that you can only do exercises if there's a national or international exercise event. You should also do your own tsunami exercises or link with other hazard exercises. The more you exercise, the better you will be.
Yes, we've been thinking about doing an exercise, but we aren't sure how to start to organize a tsunami exercise.
There are different types of exercises. You can do a communication test, you can do a tabletop exercise, you can do a drill, you can do a functional exercise, or you can do full-scale exercises involving the community. Each will depend on what your exercise objective is. We might not have time to go over the details for each of them, but you can find the information in the UNESCO IOC guide on how to do tsunami exercises.
The utmost important thing in planning a tsunami exercise is to know what your exercise objective is. So, in addition to the national objective, you could also identify your own objective.
I think in this exercise, we need to test our evacuation plan. We need to check if our community understands the evacuation map, plans, and procedures. We need to know if our people can reach the evacuation site in time, and if the evacuation routes are as effective as when we assess them during the development of the tsunami evacuation map.
That's a good idea. We can make a plan based on that as an objective for Nami Village. So for this time, we will organize an exercise where you will receive a tsunami warning from the National Tsunami Warning Center or a local disaster management office. You can then react to this warning with an evacuation process. After, you will review and evaluate if the time to respond and evacuation process are as good as you expected.
Based on this evaluation, you can continue to improve your evacuation plan and processes.
So, what do we need to do?
You've identified the objective. Now you can form a team who will plan and prepare the exercise, work on the detail of the activities and schedule, such as a rundown of the exercise based on your timeline, check all evacuation routes and sites, prepare the logistics for the exercise, and socialize and sensitize the exercise to the community so there will be no panic. But don't worry. In the next few weeks, the team with Miss Yerbina will be working with you step by step in preparing for this exercise.
This is great. Maybe after this, we can prepare our own exercise.
As you know, to be tsunami ready, you're required to conduct at least a biennial tsunami community exercise. But you can do more than that. Maybe for the next exercise, you can test your emergency operation plan or your tsunami early warning communication systems.
Yes, sir. We still need to work on those issues. We still need to work on the indicators related to the emergency operation plan and the early warning communication systems. We'll certainly need your support on that as well.
Sure, we'll work together on that. I'm sure when we're preparing for the exercise, we'll also start to discuss all those issues.
The day of the exercise in Nami Village. Azam, Aziza, and Adam observe how the community's school students and some tourists run to the tsunami evacuation site after they hear the siren noise through the megaphone indicating there is a tsunami threat. Azam and Aziza are measuring the time, while Adam with a loudspeaker directs the community to the safe place.
I think the exercise went very well, but I noticed several improvements we can do to make the evacuation more effective. Our outreach activities also seem to be quite effective. Most of the community already know what to do and are able to use the tsunami evacuation map to direct themselves to the safe place. The tsunami signs also help.
I agree. However, I think we need to immediately work on our community tsunami emergency operations plan. By having an emergency operations plan, we can be better organized and work more effectively.